Hey everybody, Nick Espinosa, your Chief Security Fanatic here, and today we're actually talking about your Amazon Echo device because if you didn't know, in a week, your Amazon Echo device is about to start sharing your Wi-Fi with your neighbors. Now here's what's going on. There is a ton of sources on this, but I'm cribbing primarily from Ars Technica that I thought had a really good breakdown. And let's get going. Now, if you're using Echo, or you know it as the A word, and I've been told that when I say it here, it fires up some devices. But if you're using that Amazon Echo or any other Amazon device, you basically have a week from today, June 1st, 2021, to opt out of an experiment that leaves your personal privacy and security hanging in the balance. Now, here's what's going on. On June 8th, basically, Amazon will automatically enroll your device into Amazon Sidewalk. This is the new wireless mesh service that will share a small piece of your internet bandwidth with nearby neighbors who don't have connectivity and help you to their bandwidth when you don't have a connection. So in other words, if you go down, you can essentially connect to your Amazon Echo and then it will transfer you out through their wireless. So if they have AT&T and you have Verizon and you go down, they'll keep you running and vice versa. Now, by default, Amazon devices, including Echo, Ring doorbell, security cameras, outdoor lights, motion sensors, and tile trackers will also enroll in this system. And since only a tiny fraction of people actually take the time to change their default settings, this means that millions and millions and millions of you will essentially be opted into this program, whether you know it or not. The Amazon webpage linked in the Ars Technica article said that Sidewalk is, quote, currently only available in the United States. That webpage also states, what is Amazon Sidewalk? And I quote, Amazon Sidewalk is a shared network that helps devices work better, operated by Amazon at no charge to customers. Sidewalk can help simplify new device setup, extend the low bandwidth working range of devices to help find pets or valuables with tile trackers, and help devices stay online even if they are outside of the range of their home Wi-Fi. In the future, Sidewalk will support a range of experiences from using Sidewalk-enabled devices such as smart security and lighting, and diagnostics for appliances and tools. The other question is, how will Amazon Sidewalk impact my personal wireless bandwidth and data usage? And once again, I quote Amazon's webpage. The maximum bandwidth of a Sidewalk bridge to the Sidewalk server is 80 kilobytes, about 1/40th of the bandwidth used to stream a typical high-def video. Today, when you share your bridge's connection with Sidewalk, total monthly usage by Sidewalk per account is capped at 500 megabytes, which is equivalent to streaming about 10 minutes of high-def video. And then if you ask, why should I participate in Amazon Sidewalk? I quote Amazon again. Amazon Sidewalk helps your devices get connected and stay connected. For example, if your Echo device loses its Wi-Fi connection, Sidewalk can simply reconnect you to your router. For select Ring devices, you can continue to receive motion alerts from your Ring security cams, and customer support can still troubleshoot problems even if your devices lose their Wi-Fi connection. Sidewalk can also extend the working range of your Sidewalk-enabled devices such as smart Ring lights, pet locators, smart locks, and smart locks, so they can stay connected and continue to work over longer distances. Amazon does not charge any fees to join Sidewalk. Now, Amazon also published a white paper detailing the technical specifications and service terms, and it says that it will protect the privacy and security of this bold undertaking, according to Ars Technica. Now, to be fair, the paper is fairly comprehensive and so far has pointed out and no one so far, I should say, has pointed out specific flaws that undermine the encryption or the safeguards that Amazon is attempting to put in place here. But there are enough theoretical risks that should give all of us pause. Wireless technologies like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth have a history of being insecure. How many videos have I done with this? Ars Technica's example is WEP, basically the wired equivalent privacy, I believe is what WEP stands for, if I'm remembering. That it basically was an encryption standard that protected Wi-Fi traffic from being monitored by nearby parties, and obviously it was used for about 4 years or so until there were massive flaws that were discovered, and decrypting WEP was obviously a very simple thing to do. At the end of the day, WPA, which is one of the foundational technologies that replaced WEP, and millions and millions and millions of access points are using WPA2 or WPA or WPA2 technology, also has a checkered history of vulnerabilities that it has to patch. And I like this quote from the author of this article on Ars Technica, which is one of the reasons why I use them to primarily crib these notes, and I quit. Next, consider the wealth of intimate details Amazon devices are privy to. They see who knocks on doors, and in some homes, they peer into our living rooms. They hear the conversations we're having with friends and family. They control locks and other security systems in our home. So basically, extending the reach of this basically all of this encrypted data to sidewalks and living rooms and neighbors requires a level of confidence that is basically not warranted for a technology that's never seen widespread testing. I'm sure that Amazon has done dry runs in their own labs and all of that, but this is obviously a huge, huge thing. And the implications of wireless, whether it's MITM or man-in-the-middle attacks, intrusion attacks against access points, hijackings, all these kinds of things happen in wireless technology right now. Not to mention the fact I've done demonstrations on how you can essentially have an Amazon Echo do something else. So I would get on stage, I'd be here in Chicago on stage, and I would say, trigger word, where am I? And my Amazon Echo, the test unit I'd have on stage would say, well, you're in Livingston, New Jersey, as in Dr. Livingston, I presume. Also, let's not forget who is providing this new way for everybody to share with their neighbors. As an independent cybersecurity researcher, Ashkan Soltani put it, and I quote him, in addition to capturing everyone's shopping habits from Amazon.com and their internet activity, as AWS is the most dominant web hosting service, they now also effectively becoming a global internet service provider with the flick of a switch, all without having to lay a single foot of fiber. That is a very important thing. Comcast tried to do something very similar with this with Xfinity, their home standard here in the United States. So you would have basically your home wireless that you could configure with your own private WPA2 password, but then you'd have Xfinity Wi-Fi, and once you were an Xfinity member, anywhere you went that had Xfinity Wi-Fi, whatever neighborhood you were in, if you got a signal, you could connect and use that. And obviously that's a huge problem because you're relying on essentially the router or the modem that Comcast was giving you. And as studies have done, there have been massive flaws in those routers that would allow anybody essentially to attack that side and possibly get into your home network or that public network as well. There are massive security implications of Amazon doing this, and this is a very, very huge thing. So if you want to opt out of this, these are the basic 5 steps that you have to do. Go ahead and open up the Alexa app. Almost said it. Open up that app on your phone. Open up More and then select Settings. Then select Account Settings. Then select Amazon Sidewalk and then turn it off. Once again, open that app. You know what app I'm talking about. Open More, select Settings, and then basically Account Settings, Amazon Sidewalk, and turn it off. So that is your news of the day, and if you are privacy-minded like me and happen to have one of these devices, I have these as test units, but I don't have a single one plugged into this house or any Amazon product that has a microphone that is always listening, and I've done videos in the past where I show you and I say Blexa, Integra, Allegra, blah, 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 and then the word, and it fires up, showing that it has to listen to absolutely everything you are saying in order to basically hear its trigger word. If you want to opt out, again, Alexa app, More, Settings, Account Settings, Amazon Sidewalk, turn it off. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks all.